It's 10 trivia questions on the year 1967. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Today's episode all about the year 1967. Found this in an old folder on my Microsoft OneDrive from 2017. I was doing this lady's 50th birthday party at a place called the Lincoln House in Covina, California. And it's all Lincoln themed. And they have this speakeasy at the back of it. So this lady had rented out this speakeasy for her 50th birthday party. Everyone was dressed as flapper girls and gangster guys. It was pretty cool. It was very cramped, I remember. But she wanted some trivia on the year she was born, and she wanted trivia on the 1920s and all these different themed things. So it was fun. And I realized I've never used this on the podcast, so I thought let's do this random year as an episode of the show. Before we get to that, we have our Geek Out card, and you have to complete these challenges however you see fit. Here we go. Name 4 live-action films in which animals speak. 4 live-action films in which animals speak. For television, 6 actors who have played a father. For literature, 2 book titles by Michael Crichton. And for music, 4 actors who have had a hit song. Actors who have had a hit song. And for miscellaneous, 2 projects in which Danny DeVito has starred. So there you go. Some fun challenges for you today. We're going to jump into this episode on 1967. If you have a certain year that you want trivia on, maybe the year you were born, or your parents' anniversary year, or anything like that, you can request it. Shoot me an email, ryanbuds@gmail.com, or join our Patreon page, patreon.com/triviawithbuds. At $5 or more, you can pick all different years for the whole rest of this year. Once a month, you get to pick a topic and go fill it in the Google spreadsheet. Some very fun ones coming up from you, the listeners. All right. 1967. Here we go. It's 1967, question number 1. What NBA team with a number in their team name were champions in 1967? Number 1, what NBA team with a number in their team name were champions in 1967? Number 1. Question 2, in what 1967 movie would you hear the quote, "What we have here is a failure to communicate"? Number 2, what we have here is a failure to communicate. Number 2. Number 3, what beauty company used the slogan, "Because I'm worth it"? Because I'm worth it. And number 4, what chip company sold their first plain tortilla chip in 1967? What chip company sold their first plain tortilla chip in 1967? Question number 5, what Baywatch actress was born July 1st, 1967? And number 6, what band recorded their first album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, in 1967? What band recorded their first album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn? Number 7, what band sold more records than the Beatles and the Rolling Stones combined in the year of 1967? What band sold more records than the Beatles and the Rolling Stones combined? Number 8, the Aristocrat and the Blue Ribbon Burger later became what very popular sandwich name for a certain fast food restaurant? The Aristocrat and the Blue Ribbon Burger later became what popular sandwich name for a certain fast food restaurant? And number 9, what 7-Eleven treat became available at all locations in 1967? What 7-Eleven treat would that be? And number 10, how much was a standard Super Bowl ad in 1967? $15,000, $42,000, or $85,000? How much was a Super Bowl ad in 67? Your bonus question for 2 points. What game was introduced by Milton Bradley involving pegs in this year? For 2 points, what game was introduced by Milton Bradley involving pegs? Those are all your questions on that fine year, 1967. We'll be right back with the answers after this. We have returned with the answers to 1967 trivia. Let's see what you got right and wrong. And happy 55th anniversary of your birth to the lady whose party I did this for about 5 years ago. Number 1, what NBA team with a number in their name, their team name, were champions in 1967? That would be the Philadelphia 76ers. So you switch those numbers around, 67, 76, you get the Philadelphia 76ers. Number 2, in what 1967 movie would you hear the quote, "What we have here is a failure to communicate"? That's Cool Hand Luke. Cool Hand Luke. Number 3, what beauty company used the slogan "Because I'm Worth It"? That's L'Oreal. L'Oreal. Number 4, what chip company sold their first plain tortilla chip in 67? Doritos. Doritos. Number 5, what Baywatch actress was born July 1st, 1967? Pam Anderson. Pamela Anderson. Number 6, what band recorded their first album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, in that year? Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd. Number 7, what band sold more than the Beatles and Rolling Stones combined? This may surprise you. It's the Monkees. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees. People say we monkey around. And they were very popular that year. Number 8, the Aristocrat and the Blue Ribbon Burger later became known as the very popular sandwich name for a certain fast food restaurant. That's the Big Mac at McDonald's, the Big Mac. Number 9, what 7-Eleven treat became available at 7-Eleven in 67? Slurpees. Oh, those are good. My sister and I used to travel from 7-Eleven to 7-Eleven to find the best Slurpee flavors, and then sometimes we would return to like the original one we went to. It would be like a whole night. We'd spend 2 hours trying to find Slurpees, but it was fun. Number 10, how much was a Super Bowl ad in 67? It was $42,000. The middle choice there, $42,000. And what Milton Bradley game involving pegs came out that year? Battleship. You sunk my battleship. And that is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for listening. We have a fact of the day for you. And the fact is this: your mobile phone has more computing power than the computers used for the Apollo 11 moon landing. Your mobile phone has more computing power than that. So our phones could send things to space, I feel like, maybe, back in the day when Apollo 11 was landing. But there you go. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. Thanks for signing up on Patreon, patreon.com/triviawithbuds. Also, check out my new book, etsy.com/shop/triviawithbuds. I have one printed copy left. So if you order more than one, I'm going to have to make another order myself to the printer. You can always get the digital version. There's a limitless supply of those because it's just a digital download. That is, I believe, $7. And you get it immediately. You can print it out, give it to whoever you want, or you can get the printed version for $12 shipped. Again, I have one left, etsy.com/shop/triviawithbuds. You can also see some different t-shirts and cups and mugs and keychains and stuff on that website too. And I'm getting ready to add a bunch of new products if you want to support this very show. We'll see you next time. Thank you again for listening, and we'll see you next time for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.